It's true that the only way to win is not to play the game. This is true for men in today's world. And it's also true that men are not avoiding marriage, they're avoiding divorce. The marriage rate has already dropped to its lowest level in history, and if my predictions come true, it will continue to do so because of new laws that come into effect that degrade men, disgrace men, and declare that men are terrible, so forget about it. The truth is that men are smarter than women give them credit for. Smart enough to know when a game is rigged against them, and the costs outweigh the gains. We won't respond violently or engage in confrontational behavior along with marches and parades. We'll simply say, okay, fine, I'll do my own thing, I'll be happy on my own. I'll have a fantastic group of guy friends and we'll go riding our motorbikes or hunting in the jungles. We'll do everything we possibly can to enjoy our lives and live in contentment. Marriage as an institution will completely wither away on the vine if divorce laws don't become more equitable to men. Men generally bring more financially to the table, but we still lose half in divorce. Laws in some states even view cohabitation the same as marriage when it comes to divorce, and courts often will not recognize a prenup as valid. There's no way left for a man to protect his assets other than avoid a serious relationship like the plague. I guess you got what you wanted, right, ladies? Let's look at some of the societal factors that have contributed to the fall of marriage. Male interest in marriage is at an all-time low. This is probably why commitment-free intimacy is becoming the norm. They don't have to swear to get married, to have children, to honor, obey, and cherish, among other ridiculous things you say in marriage vows, precisely when it's now convenient for many men. Hey, I can swipe on Tinder and eventually hook up with someone. Others can use specific websites to search for a professional woman. Intimacy is truly the main thing that men seek in a partner. Every other thing they can get from somewhere else as well. Can they approach a woman and demand money? No, since the male always needs to be the one to take care of things in a relationship. Guys still have the option to look for male friendship. Are they able to look for a friend? I believe they can find that in both people and dogs. Therefore, truthfully and without offense, what men desire from women is what's under the surface. And when they can easily get that without any strings attached, men really don't feel the need to get married and create havoc in their peaceful lives. They're living as happy single men. So, with all of this happening, women are starting to worry. They see men leaving the game of relationships and marriage, and they don't really know what to do. This is why women are frustrated as more men leave the game. An independent man doesn't despise women, he merely detests the game. Men going their own way is just a more contemporary version of an old game. Men are designed from birth to protect and provide for women. However, when women accuse us as males who go our own way of being misogynists, they are actually projecting and claiming that we despise them before we realize that it is they who do. That, or they are simply too illiterate to understand that men and women are fundamentally different from one another, and that we don't typically harbor the same absurd grievances and sentiments. Women, however, don't fear males. Most men, they are aware, will protect them from the bad ones out there. Contrary to common assumption, the divorce rate is not at an all-time low or even very low, as is often said about the Western world. Instead, divorce rates have fallen once more. There is a twist to this statistic, though. Divorces are declining as a result of a significant drop in the number of people getting married. Women are becoming anxious. They are left feeling helpless as they witness males abandoning the game of dating and marriage. So, why is this good for men? Because it indicates that males are becoming more and more aware of the dangers of marriage. More and more men are going their own way. More and more men are choosing to not get involved in serious relationships with women. They are choosing not to get married since they are aware that it doesn't offer them enough. Men need to be informed about what women really want in men and how men are susceptible to their deceptive tactics, as women get pickier about who they want to be with. Society cannot and will never function without men. Men need to defend their masculinity and debunk any ideas, as feminists would have you believe these days, that being a male is a bad thing. Overall, many men have come to understand how their lives were being thrown away by women trying to utilize them for their time, energy, resources, and affirmation as a result of going their own way. Men have realized that the attention given to women shouldn't be free. The cold and raw truth of why men are going away is essentially men realizing that they've had enough of the exploitation at the hands of women and the society that is increasingly hostile and unfair toward them. This includes the justice system, as well as media and popular culture. To be precise, a man who has taken the figurative RP has officially decided that it is best if he goes his own way after realizing the truth about women and how they take advantage of and use men for their own personal gain. Guys go their own way when women mistreat them and take everything away from them without remorse. Men who take the RP learn more about the truths underlying the dynamics between men and women and understand how much more successfully they can live their lives without contemporary women. You could be thinking what wonderful news is that the divorce rate in the United States has fallen to a 50-year low. There might be a chance for someone like me to find love, marry, and have a happy marriage. Only 14.9 marriages out of 1,000 last year resulted in divorce. A 50-year low in the incidence. If you do the math on all marriages ending, that proportion comes out to be close to 50%, which may not seem like a very high percentage at first glance. The marriage rate in the United States dropped or just reached a record low in 2019. It has reportedly been declining quickly in recent years and just achieved a record low in 2019. Women are going out later and later purely for fun and casual dating. I'm not the only one noticing this. Then when it's time for family, they say, okay, I need to locate a donor or a man. I have to defrost those eggs. Having a family now while I'm only 42. Well, a lot of men are saying, I'm out if we have children, or if you show up for the deal with children already. Or they say, look, you want babies now, I'm 40, or if she's a little younger, the guy is 45, or anything of that effect. He says, man, I'll be 65, practically 70 years old by the time the kids are 20. I'm not interested because I wanted to have children when I was younger. So when a man is in his 20s or 30s and begins to live and earn money alone, he has long since stopped thinking of himself as a part of a couple. Before you know it, he says, hey, this isn't too bad of a bargain. Maybe I don't get to have kids and live with a wife, which is fine because I'm really having such a good time. The article goes on to say that there has also been an increase in men's rights movements like men going their own way and the manosphere, where males in large numbers complain about how unfairly treated they are in relationships and in family courts. They're sick and weary of being treated unfairly by laws that discriminate based on gender. Because of this, millions of men are choosing not to get married at all. We discuss those laws as well as how society views us negatively. This is not something we internalize. I don't internalize anything that people say about me negatively, or that society says about men, patriarchy, or anything else like that. I think it's crucial for men to be vocal about these things because that's how you shape laws. Otherwise, the laws will remain unfair towards men and they will continue to suffer. The fact is that the same men who would gladly give these women secure homes and loving partners are the same men they are beating up mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. These men have been burned, and they are refusing to be burned any longer, and they are reaching to be better every day. However, they refuse to take certain women with them that couldn't wait for them to achieve final form and their right to decline. Women think short-term, but men have a long memory. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.